just a basic arm bar, right, from Flipkart. So I always want to grab whichever side I'm going to attack here. All right, I prefer this side. So I grab the wrist, right, not the gi, here. And then I want to reach underneath because if I reach over, she could kind of swat this, block this away. So I want to come under. That gives me a moment to get here, all right? Then from here, I need to bring her elbow over, but if she retracts it, right, I can't get it over anymore. So by lifting our hips up here, it straigens her elbow, and it gives me an opportunity to bring it over here. So we should be wrapped like in each other's arms here, like this. All right. So when that happens, like how we teach it and how it happens are two totally different things. So we're using that concept of the hips, but if we're going live and she's pulling that elbow back, I need to like bump my hips over. Right. So we're lifting the hips, but you have to do it explosively. All right. Once the arm's over here, I try to pinch my elbow. All right. We're fighting for seconds in here, because she could remove the arm, so I'm not gonna have like a ton of time to hang on to it. All right, so I bounce my hips over here, right? And then from here, I just guide the head out of the way. All right, when I do that, I put my foot in the hip, and I'm pushing over, and we get here. I wanna really come up and bite down, all right? If you have a lazy hook here, she's just gonna posture up and square back up. All right, we need to keep our angle. So we bounce over, we come here, and then as I'm putting that foot in the hip, I turn towards it. So I almost shrimp out a little bit. I need a little bit of space. And then when I come back, I want to hit really hard. Here, I really want the person to turn and have their head come down, break their posture, all right? I'm just hitting them with the inside of my leg, so it's not something that's gonna cause pain or anything like that. We're just knocking them, nudging them out of the way here. From here, when that happens, right, I come here, right, keep your hand posted. So if they try to square up, I try to square up to me here, you keep them away as I'm hooking, right? And I slide my hands down to position, all right? I wanna make sure that I'm holding the hand in some manner, like this is ideal, because as long as the thumb is up away from my chest, the elbow is down in a breaking position. If there's any disparity with the thumb, I'm gonna lose the arm. All right, so holding it here and then here secures that so she can't start moving her arm around. All right, so we hold it like this, not like this. 2 on 1, all right? From here now, my head hook is gonna come down this way, and I'm gonna point my other hook towards it and start squeezing my knees and bringing my hips up. All right, so all together. Here. So knees are squeezing, all right? Hips are coming up, and I always try to bring the arm towards the legs. All right, sometimes you'll get a really flexible person and you kind of run out of room, all right? So if I turn the thumb a little bit, and then I gain about 2 feet of breaking room this way, pull it over the thigh. It's a much stronger and more comfortable arm lock. All right, and then we just get to here. All right, so let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3. From here, when I get the arm across, right, and I start pushing the head out of the way, my foot goes behind this arm, right? It makes a block here, so it's not so easy to pull out. She's gonna run into my leg here, right? I always think like it's a person like jazz hands over here, right? Both her arms are occupied on this side, so the foot that goes in the hip goes behind them, right? So 2 hands are over here, this foot goes in the hip to block, right? When I make this little adjustment, I feel like if we just come here and I push off, I'm pushing off and my leg kind of spirals up her back at the hip. You see that? It kind of like comes this way. If I do that, the person's gonna be posturing. Now I'm just like like chopping down into her ribs, like nothing's breaking her down. Does that make sense? So when I make that little adjustment, turning into her first, that kind of brings my hips out from under her a little bit. So then when I come back with the leg, now I get a bite, right? It's not like turned up her back this way, doing nothing. All right, so it's like just a tiny, tiny adjustment. Lean into the foot first. Then when I come back, I'm gonna get her much lower. All right, then I can hook and finish. From here, turn the thumb a little bit, and we're gonna go over the leg side thigh this way. All right, so we don't run out of space. All right, let's try. 1, 2, 3.